Okay, we got the food. So we're going to eat. 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 And yeah, see you guys later. There's our food right there. Right there. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna show you guys what we got and yumbo. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. If you are joining us for the first time, I hope that you like the content, and do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button. If you have been tuning in for quite some time now, thank you for your continued support. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and today we are eating. How do you feel about eating? How do you feel about food?
I love food. It's my middle name, like food.
Guys! You know, like when you start talking about food, like, things just Ooh. But anywho, we're also having some story time with your girl Sunday. This is my first feature, guys. I'm super excited. So you guys are gonna be meeting the Sandy. You will probably see her again for round 2, depending on your guys' comments. Yes, girl, you might come back as well, guys. She's an expert on these things, alright? Okay. So we're just gonna be having some story time. We're gonna be having some story time while we eating this delicious food. Wait, let me show you. Just so crisp. Concha, eating with salmon catches. Hey, you can't. Okay, let's eat, guys. We're gonna eat and we're gonna be having some story time, and we're talking about toxic relationships. Have you ever find yourself in a relationship where you just don't even know how to identify? You can't even put it somewhere. It's just all over the place and just sucks the energy out of you.
Yep.
Today we are addressing such things and how to let go of such relationships. I'm talking about friends. I'm talking about your partners, guys. I am talking about family, because wow. So, Alice, but we are gonna get to the food. Okay, I've already washed my hands. Did you wash your hands?
Obviously.
Wash and sanitize.
Yes.
And we're gonna go in deep. Okay, let me start for you because I'm going to uslosis. I'm not running. So,
Exactly.
let us in on toxic relationships. Like, what is that?
Toxic relationship. For me, a toxic relationship is like one of those relationships where most of the time it's usually one-sided. So the one person is always the one who is giving time, giving love, always like the other person is just a sponge, keeps on taking. So you find that also in friendships, family, and even at work. Sometimes you find toxic relationships. Like toxic relationships are all over. So yeah, we'll be talking about those things.
These fries are good. In this case, I'm so not being toxic because I'm just receiving. So, fine, you're identifying those things. But now when it comes to family, you often have this challenge of feeling the need to give to family. You know, and you don't have that thing of, like you've been giving, but you get drained. They say thank you, fine. Yeah. And you also feel like you had to. Right?
Yeah.
So how do you then put a boundary? You know, how do you then say, you know what, I'm not going beyond, I've done enough? At what point how do you get to that point? How do you say that?
I think it also goes with the person. Like for each person it will be different how you react to that. So like let's take myself for example. I'm a very giving person. I go an extra mile, especially for my family and my friends. So in doing that, you end up people taking advantage of your kindness and your goodness. And where sometimes you find yourself and you're like, okay, these people are these people are taking advantage of you. You want to help them and you're able to, and then you feel guilty. So now they push you to a point where you're like, no, I don't want to change who I am. So how do I balance that now? Changing who I am and not helping them. So you sometimes have to look towards yourself and be like, okay, you know what? I've done this for this person. I've done this. But sometimes you don't have to be like, okay, you calculate, okay, I did this and did this. Sometimes don't do things for people expecting something in return. I think once you get to that point where you're like, okay, I'm going to do something from the goodness of my heart. I don't expect anything from you. Once you get to that point, then it's easier. So you help people, but you're not expecting something back. And I think for me, the moment where I reached a level of, you know what, I'm done. Even with family, I was like, okay, I'm done. Is when you help someone and they say, okay, okay, let's say I borrow someone money. They say, okay, I'm going to give you back the money at a certain time. Fine. And they don't do that. And me, I give you leeway so that you come back to me and say, oh, no, you know what, I have this issue.
Leeway. Did you guys hear that word? Leeway. Okay. You are learning new words here.
Yes, give people leeway. So I give people leeway. So like, so it's you up. So I don't go there like, you owe me and all these things. I give you leeway. And then I give this person so much leeway. I'm like, okay, no, I've reached the point now where I'm like, okay, let me ask what's going on. No, they tell me a story. Okay, fine. I'm going to give you next week.
Yeah. Next
week comes, it's next month. Next month comes, it's like, no, 2 months, they give you a list of problems. And you're like,
been there.
Okay, now what? I can't, like, so your problems are bigger than mine, clearly. So, and then it's like, okay, I give you leeway again, and then now I face challenges. Now I'm in a tight spot and I'm like, okay, I need this money back. Can you help me? Because there's this situation I'm going through. And someone is like, no, actually I can't. Because, oh, they tell you lies. Oh, they tell you, I was stories.
Guys, take me back to some story.
My goodness. I was told stories. This person is like, no, you know what? This weekend I'm expecting money from someone. They will call me, and then the weekend comes. The person is like, you know what? No, the person can't go to town to deposit the money.
Oh my goodness.
All the stories, they give you a life story. To a point where I was like, you know what? I prayed. I was like, you know what, God? I'm done chasing this. I've reached a point where I don't want to be that person who's always pestering someone like, oh, okay, pay me back. I was like, you know what? I'm done. Whenever they pay me, they will pay me. And what's the date today? It's the 29th of August 2020. I still haven't been paid. I still haven't been paid.
Basically, she wants her money.
If you're listening and you're watching this video,
bring back the
money. Because, and now the person is not even communicating anymore. They have stopped communicating, and now only thing they do is like, they want me to help them. And I was like, no. I can't give you money anymore because, our relationship and money I've been hurt by family most of all. Like, that's why me and money and family, it doesn't mix. I've stopped. If you come to me and you say, lend me money or borrow me money, I'm like, you know what? Just rather say, I ain't gonna be money. You know, when someone comes and says, "Don't be mad," it's better because you have no expectation. You know, because you won't get hurt. People lying and telling you a life story. Hey, there is no bold. What the hell are you talking about? You know, people will tell you stories when it comes to money and relationships and money, especially family. It gets toxic.
Yeah. Just let it not mix. I've learned the hard way. I'm that one person that if I gave you money, I don't know. I can't be going chasing after you to bring back my money. If you don't want to, keep it there, but just know that you will not need help from me anytime soon, you know, especially if you're not communicating, you know. But there are some that when they return it, I'm like, no, actually, you don't have to, you know. Just keep it, you know, because you know that person would literally show up for you when it's when it comes back to you. Guys, it's ribs land. Like girl, me, I am in doubt.
You know, I've been talking. She's been eating. Next time.
Me, I'm in my happy place. This is my happy place. Yeah, this is my happy place. Okay. Also, guys, for those that are in relationships, right? How then do you identify those like toxic relationships and you know, there is this one time there's this pastor that came to our church. And he was talking about love, you know, and he said that when it comes to love, you know, when you love a person, you want to give. But now, when you are lustful, now, when you want that person to give to you, want to receive and receive and receive. So you keep on pestering the person to, like, you know, to give, you know, something like a part of you, or, you know, things that you have, and which then goes back to the relationship that we're talking about. And Sandy has said that, you know, when you keep on giving and giving and giving, you know, then you get drained now. You get, because now, and also when you keep on taking and taking and taking, remember, we are also toxic. You can be a toxic person. I know now I'm toxic, guys, when it comes to friendships, because I'm that person that you will do something bad to me, I will keep quiet, and then 5 months later, you'll see, you can't get hold of Wavela. Wavela is gone. Because I will not tell you that I've heard enough. You know, and then now you will not understand, because you'll keep on doing it thinking that it's right because I've kept quiet, right? But now, when then I disappear, and when then I can't assist you anymore, then it comes to you that, hey, what did I do to her? And I didn't have the guts to tell you that this was wrong, guys. As talkative as I am, I just, some situations are way above, way beyond, and I'm like, I'm just gonna take a step back, you know. I think that is my toxic trait. So it's very important for you to identify your toxic traits. How, you know, what are your toxic traits?
For me, like, we're the same. Like, for me, by nature, I'm not a very talkative person. I don't like confrontation. So, you do something to me, I don't talk about it. I don't vent. I'm just chilled. I will let you. You see this thing of leeway? I give you the rope, and you shall hang yourself.
Can I just say that everyone that is watching, comment leeway in the comment section. Let us see if you can actually type out the word. Because what? Let us see. Continue.
So for me, also what you need to understand, that some of the traits that I have, my toxicness, it's because of past relationships that I've gone through, things that I've gone through in past relationships.
As you tell in past relationships, come guys. So me, I want the news.
I
want the news, girl. It's all about you.
So, like, you us now.
So then, what would you say to a person that is in a toxic relationship now and they want to get out? of that relationship, or you know, like family is texting and texting and texting this person. I know black text is a thing, and yo guys, people, luckily I'm not going through that. I'm not, guys. Yo, my family is pashash. So now, you know, dealing with such things, right? Like, how then would you say to a person, how then would you advise a person to step away from that?
When it comes to family, guys, that thing of blood is thicker than water. Will hold you, will haunt you. I think it's harder to cut ties with family for obvious reasons, because they are family.
But you necessarily have to cut ties. Can't you then say that, listen, I will not be able to do A, B, C, and D for you anymore. You know, this is the only thing that I can offer you at this moment, right? Then that person will choose for themselves if they are still for you or against you. You know, same as within a relationship, friendship, you know, bae, whatever. You can say that, listen, I'm not gonna give you A, B, C, and D. And I stand on what I'm saying, you know, and the fact that I stand on what, I'm not gonna change it. So you decide whether you're gonna stand with me on what I'm standing on, or you know, that's where principles have to come to play.
Okay, when it comes to family, cutting ties is more of a challenge, because you are family and there's like gonna be family gatherings that you'll be going into, and you can't just now, because you are in a tiff with this person, like you isolate yourself in a family gathering. So with family, it's best to, even with friendship, like even in any type of relationship, communication is the one thing that needs to be done, where you voice out your issues and what you feel like, okay, this person is doing to you, so you voice them out. But then their response to what you're saying, you don't have control over. So by what they say back to you, then you know, okay, where you stand in this friendship or in this relationship. So if you voicing out something to a person, how you feel and how they're making you feel, and they're very defensive and they're like, me, I know I don't do those things, then you know what, this person, even if they say sorry, there's a high chance of they're gonna repeat the cycle of doing the same thing. So you need to be like, to stand firm and say, you know what, this is my issues, and you communicate with them, and how they respond to that is then how you're gonna move forward. So it's whether you're gonna say, you know what, okay, I'm gonna distance myself from this person for my own sanity, because hey guys, guard your own heart, because the next person will not guard your heart. You guard your own heart.
Guard your heart for everything flows from me. Hey, so says the wise man, God.
I thought you were going to say the wise me. Okay.
No.
But anyway, like, you need to like guard your heart. You know, sometimes people, when you say that you're guarding your heart, or you're protecting your inner space, people take that as you being like in a negative way. But sometimes you just need to take a point of, you know what, I need to self-love, self-care, me, put myself first sometimes, you know? Because people will take, people who take us, they will take,
they suck the life out
they
of
will
you.
suck,
They drain you.
they will drain you,
and
leave you like these bones. They will leave you dry.
Here is the bone. Leave you like this.
Leave you like that.
Nothing. Like this.
Yes.
Guys.
So you need to find your, you know, first of all, actually, is know who you are, know your principles, like what do you stand on?
Stand for something.
Yes, stand for something, so that, you know what, if someone comes and what they coming into your own space and doesn't align to who you are and what you stand for, you know, honey, step off.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
You need,
Oh, sorry. And also, you know, I think one thing that I told myself this year was, guys, for me, I think with the personality that I have, it's easier to attract people from like all around, and people are like, they want to know you, like, you're interesting, blah, 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 blah. But now when they come in, what then do they bring in my space, you know? And definitely, if then whatever they bring does not bring me peace, then honey, bye. Boo, bye. I can't, you know, like you can't come into my space as peaceful as I am, and then you come and destruct whatever that is happening around me, you know. Then definitely, then we're not gonna gel together. So also, on the thing of letting go and voicing out, do not feel bad for voicing out how you feel. Never. For the longest time I felt bad on voicing out how I felt, and I kept things, and those things kept on bothering me and now destructing my inner peace. You know?
And you know that they bother you, then the next person
Definitely. And those people
head office.
yeah.
Where now
Yeah, and then those people will keep on doing it all over again because you are not saying anything. Right? Let them feel bad if they have to feel bad, but let you not feel bad for voicing out what matters to you. Because that's then at that point, because that's usually when we compromise, and we compromise on the things that matter. And you need to draw a line. You need to draw a line. So that's it on Toxic Relationships with Sunday. Let me know if you want her to come back again. And guys, what's that word again? What's leverage? Leeway. Make sure that you write leeway under the comment section and let us know what you thought of today's video. And guys, this is literally my first feature. Let me know how it went. And guys, the food was delicious. Like, I'm definitely going.
Can we
all
end so that I
in?
can
We
eat?
are finishing now, and you're just gonna go. It's gonna be worse. So do subscribe if you like the content. Do subscribe, and if you if you haven't subscribed, and your like button is on the left of your screen if you're watching on the phone, and then your subscribe button is on the right of your screen. Is it the right? Yes, right. Don't forget to hit the notification so that whenever the girl posts, you are the first one to know. Hella notification gang. So that is it from Sunset. Thank you, Sandy, for coming. Oh my goodness. Can I just give you a wing for that? Just a wing. It's all yours.
Just a wing.
Thank you for coming. And thank you guys for tuning